Ooh,
Yeah,
look at the color we both have on this morning.
I felt springy today.
It felt
I
springy
felt a little.
too. That's why
Yeah,
I wear color.
I thought, you know what? Let's get those spring colors in. I feel like it's time. I mean, weather-wise, things are beautiful, and yeah. So I'm glad you went with it. I love what you've done with your hair. It's
Oh,
kind of like.
it's my natural curl. I just let it go a little natural this morning.
So when you say that, does that mean you put in very little effort?
It means
I'm not saying that it looks like you put in little effort into your hair. That's
I,
not at all what I'm saying. I'm just,
yeah, yeah, that's
you're
what
like,
I'm,
this is.
yeah, yeah. I put in little effort this morning.
I'm just jerking your chain. Can you tell what I did different with mine?
You washed it.
I did. I did watch it. Instead of parting it this way, feathering things this way, I went this
Did
way
you say
instead.
feather? Are you feathering your hair?
I don't. What would I? I
Don't
don't
say
know.
feather. Please don't say feather. Don't
Right.
say feather.
I'll never say feathering my
Why?
hair.
Why do you change? Like, why do you change your direction? Is like just to like mix it up, or what's the deal?
Because it's got attitude.
Oh,
It's got problems. Like I got a cowlick here.
a what?
Why do they call it that?
Oh, I think it's a
Uh,
colic. It's not a cowlick.
isn't colic? No, I think it's cowlick, isn't it?
I don't
Like
know.
the big tongue just isn't colic what babies get when they cry
They're
all the time?
colicky. I don't know.
My
No,
hair's colicky today. Ah, goodness
that's funny.
gracious.
That is funny.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. If you're joining us, hey, thanks for checking things out here with New Living Mornings at newlivingnow.com. Of course, our professional referral resource and the place where Carrie and I get to hang out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for an hour or so. Grab a cup of coffee and help you get your day started. Now, whether you're joining us right now or you're checking out the replay, go ahead and leave the comments below and let us know that you're here. Somebody's going to get themselves a gift certificate. Do they even make gift certificates anymore? It's gift card. We'll have one of those to give away. Oh, coming up on Friday here, February 21st, 2024, just 27 days till spring. So that's kind of exciting,
Oh, yeah.
even though it feels like spring today. We're going to max out at about 50, 51 degrees tomorrow, mid 50s possible with partly sunny skies. So that's kind of exciting.
I just Googled it and it is like moo moo cowlick.
Ah,
You were right.
just, oh, there is no sweeter phrase
I
than that
just
one right
never
there.
like when you said it, it's like I just think of like this big cow tongue. I've never thought of it like that. So
Right? And it's disgusting. Like,
yeah.
so is that what happened one day a long, long time ago? Some farmer was doing his milking duties and his cow came up and licked him across the forehead. His hair stuck up one way and it's been called
It's
the cowlick ever since.
I
Is that
guess. I don't know. It's just we should rename it.
well, we have to dive into this and find out where this originated and then yeah, definitely rename it.
What's it called?
Oh, so nasty. I got a runny nose today.
It's named after a cowlick comes from the swirled effect that's left in the hair of baby cattle after they've been licked by their mothers. So that's actually where it came from.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when
Huh.
so when babies were born with that cowlick, that
Mm-hmm.
they referred to it as the cattle. So I just learned something today because I did not know
Nailed
that.
it.
So,
I
okay.
think most of us did,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like, if we can walk away on a regular basis, leaving our wonderful viewers and friends with a little bit of knowledge, something to send them off into their day so they're just a little bit smarter going into it, I think that's a great thing. And I think we did a good thing right now.
You
I
just
think
end
we
the show
did a good
now?
job.
Should we just yeah.
I'm good.
Okay.
I could wrap things up there. I'm fine with that.
I'll stop.
But yeah, today weather-wise, going to hit about 50. We do have a slight chance for a little weather, maybe a little bit of rain later on, but very slight, very minimal. Let's just say it's not going to do that Partly cloudy skies tomorrow, again mid 50s. Friday and Saturday though, chilling back down mid 30s. So a difference of 20 degrees or so between tomorrow and then the coming weekend here on National Sticky Bun Day today.
Sticky Bun Day.
Yep, not a whole lot of national days today. There's some
Well,
days that pop up. It's like, oh wow, we haven't come up with
yesterday,
anything to fill this one. We have to fill our
yesterday
own.
was National Pets Day.
Yeah.
What'd you do for your cat?
Actually, I bought her some of her favorite treats. The do you have cats?
No, I'm allergic.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Like severely allergic?
Like within 5 minutes of being around a cat, I will start sneezing and getting all like I'm getting itchy just thinking about it. I like them. I think they're adorable, but I just can't do it.
I gotcha. My pops used to be really allergic to cats, and then I don't know. I guess it was something he kind of grew out of or something. But yeah, I got Linksy some of these little tube snacks that you tear off the end and then you just push the stuff out and it's like a little it's her treat. Oh, I don't even want to say that. She'll be in here meowing away.
Yeah.
Um, so those are her little treats. So I got her some of those yesterday because when we have them here, she eats a lot of them and she gets fat. And every time I have somebody come over that hasn't seen her in a while, they keep telling, "Oh, Linksy's so fat. What do you keep feeding her?" So I'm like, all right, Lynx, it's time to work on our summer bods, baby. We got to
I know
cut
that
back on the.
I have two rescue pit bulls, and so it's been really nice out now. So we're taking them for walks, and they got a little plump over the winter. And so I have one dog that like is attached to me. Her name's Bella, and I call her my big booty girl. I'm like, come on, big booty girl, it's time to go for a walk. So
And she answers to it. She thinks her name's Big Booty Girl.
she's
That's
like big
funny.
booty girl. She's
Hey,
cute.
I want to thank our one of our pros. We had a chance to chat with Jamie last week. Jamie Lynn, our soul coach, got her information up on the page here and actually linked up in a post one or two below what we've got here going on right now on the Facebook page. Just a wonderful little ray of sunshine. I feel like over the past couple days, I've talked to a couple different friends that have that are going through some stuff in their personal life or are just hitting a rough patch. And I'm telling you, just talking to somebody makes such a huge difference. And and you don't. It's a scary step to take, but just know that I'm always here for you. You ever need anything, by golly, even if I don't even know you, I will be an ear because it's important. But just know that there's help out there, and somebody like Jamie and her information. She's just one of those people, a good sounding board, and just has the ability to say things in a tone where no matter how frustrated you are, no matter how much you're worked up, just hearing her talk is like, wow, all right, I needed that. So got her information below, and of course, one of our pros that we refer online. So she's got a great business, and she does all sorts of things, and she can look at your feet, tell you what kind of life you've been living. See what else do I got on my list here. So we had ourselves quite the conversation on Monday, so we're going to continue that in just a little bit. You got events and stuff.
I
I
do.
think we got events lined up. So why don't we jump into events quick and
Sure.
talk about what's going on there?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's really interesting when you go and you start looking at all the events that are happening, and we've got, Easter or St. Patrick's Day coming. We've got, Easter coming, but I really want to highlight a couple big things. So, the PAC has one of my favorite shows ever that is happening right now. So it's Les Mis, and so it's here in town. And I just think that if you haven't had a chance to see it, you should go and see it. I think it's one of the best shows that are out there. So, and I think it's just exciting when you see these big, Broadway shows that are like in our little Appleton, and the trucks are coming in, and the signs are up. So I don't know. I just think it's fun to see that in our little community. So, yesterday was National Pet Day, and on Saturday at 9 a.m. at the Trout Museum, you can learn how to paint your pet. How fun would that be?
That would be fun.
Wouldn't it be
Like
fun?
learn how to paint your pet. Doesn't mean that you're gonna walk out of there with like a Picasso or anything, because I have zero when it comes to art skills, painting and drawing stuff. I can do a wicked stick man. But that's
Well,
about it when it comes to that.
I actually can paint. So I actually got a scholarship for Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design for painting. And I was like, what am I going to be? An art teacher? And then I never did it. I never really did it again. I just stopped. So it is what it is.
Really? I did not know that.
No, you do. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, I love my dogs. And, that might be something fun that people want to go out and do. And because people do love their pets. Our friend Jason, he has that big golden doodle painting that's not his dog that he got at
Mhm,
what did he get at TJ
mhm.
Maxx in his house? But I immediately saw that and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I saw that. And I think those are just fun events to get out in our community and see what's happening. If you like citrus, on Saturday at 4 p.m. at Sabre Lanes in Menasha, there's going to be a giant citrus truckload of that's coming
Oh,
up,
I
right?
do love that truck. I do love that truck. Though the last time it was, was it last year? I think it was last year. I got a bad box, and
Mm.
that was the first time because I try to get that. They come up here quite often, like once or twice a year. And they try to snag some, but I was not happy with it last year.
Oh,
Yeah,
bummer.
but usually otherwise though, they are so good. The grapefruit are my favorite. Grapefruit.
Yeah. Well, I just think it's fun, when sometimes you see those trucks and you're like, oh, I should have stopped, or I wish I would have known about it. So 4 p.m. on Saturday. And then we've got a new yoga center that is opening in the Valley. So Evolve Yoga is actually having their grand opening on Casaloma Drive on Sunday at 8 a.m. So they're going to start doing hot yoga classes and, all of that fun yoga stuff. I'm not a yogi. I'm very uncoordinated, but I think I'm going to go check it out and see what it's all about.
You've never done it?
I mean, I have. I'm just not very like I do it in my basements when no one's watching. It's like,
I
not
got you.
not the most graceful, but I think that hot yoga. I've never done hot yoga before, and I would really like to try that because
I,
I think
I did.
have
I
you?
did it one time. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. And let me tell you what, there's a lot of sweating going on. Oh my God. Yoga itself is very tough.
Right?
I've
It is.
I'm I've had this argument, well, not this argument, this discussion with usually it's guys that are like, what's yoga? What is that? You're just doing stretches. You're not actually doing anything. That's a bunch of BS right there. I'm telling you what, it's a heck of a workout when you're holding the poses and whatever. And especially when you've got the instructor there with you that's watching your form and making sure you're doing it the right way. You're like, oh, yeah, that's stretching that muscle, or that's making that thing work.
They're like,
Hmm.
they like tap you back in line. It's like, ugh. I actually don't like group workout classes because I always feel so like confused. Like when everyone's going left, I'm going right, and they're like jumping, and I'm like I'm one behind. I'm like, what am I doing?
They're all doing sit-ups. I'm in the corner dunking my donut and my coffee. Or is it not
What?
that? Is it not that time yet? I'm sorry. Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying there.
uh, that's
Oh,
yeah.
Pam Wilda. Hey there. Good morning. I hear you want to know more about my lactose intolerance. Is that true? I'm good today, Pam. So no lactose intolerance talk today, but welcome to the show. Sure is nice to have you here with us this morning. Um, let's see what else have we got here. So yeah, I did. So Les Mis actually started last night, and I've never been to a play, a big production like this. I wanted to hit Wicked last year when it was here, but I wasn't able to get into there to see that. But I would like to try to get this because it's going to be here for a little while, right?
I think for like 5 days. It's not super long.
Okay, right. Well, I guess I should have been paying attention sooner.
You better
I
go
really
get
should pay more. I should pay better attention to the PAC and what they've got going on. I don't, and I feel like it's always one of those things that it's at the very end, their last day, and then that's when I realize what's going on. I'm like, hey, I want to go. Oh, too late. So I got to
um
work on that.
it's actually here through Sunday. So but I went and we saw Beetlejuice earlier this
Oh,
year, and that was really good. It was super funny. It was very promiscuous, I guess is the word. It was really funny. It was really funny.
got it.
But yeah, you should go check it out. The PAC is awesome. There's a ton of talent. And you know, some of these big well-known ones like Wicked or like Les Mis, it's so good. The story's good, the music's good. There's always good actors in it, and I don't know. I love it. I think it's a lot of fun.
I want to be in a play. I think that would be fun to do a little acting.
Do a little
Oh, you?
acting.
Yeah.
No.
No, that's not your thing. You
No.
wouldn't
No.
like to give that a shot.
Not at all.
What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon.
Okay, see, you'd be good. Not me. I
Yeah, baby.
I had to do a play. I had to do a line in my French class in our like French play, and I memorized it because I was so terrified to get up there that I still remember the line. So I can I'm like, that's I just hated it. I don't think I could. I would be a terrible actress.
That line that I just said there from Shakespeare, I memorized that in I think I was a junior in high school, sophomore or junior. We had to do it for something, and I remember that line for whatever reason.
See, that's me too. Parce que chez moi, mon frère regarde toujours les sports pendant que de télévision. That was my line for my French. For my French.
Excuse me, what did you just call me?
Yeah,
What did you just say though? Really?
because at my house, the men are always watching sports on the TV. And it actually was like a prophecy because that's actually what happens in my house all the time. So I'm like, parce que chez moi, mon frère regarde toujours les sports pendant que le télévision.
Wow,
Right?
that's
It's
pretty
so
crazy.
cool, but I probably am not even saying it right anymore. So if you know French, don't judge me.
Sounds fun. That sounds perfect.
That's
Sounds like
very
you've
fun.
got it right there.
I got it. I got it.
So, hey Ronnie, good morning to you, buddy. Thanks for checking things out here. So Monday kind of opened up a can of worms.
You
bit.
opened a can of worms.
I did. I opened up a can of worms. Absolutely. And it's snowballing into something a little bit bigger. I was talking about how guys look at the perfect woman, what we're looking for
The unicorn.
with the ladies, the unicorn, right? And utilizing the triangle that that really got people fired up.
I had people Facebook messaging me, text messaging me, calling me. And even some of the comments, if you went back and read some of the comments from Monday, one of my favorite ones was, use this advice and stay single like Chris.
God, that is great. There was a lot of people. Yeah, there's lots of comments. People reaching out after the fact. Your sister got a little worked up because she wanted to chat and she wanted to get things off of her chest. So on occasion, I'm good at pushing buttons, and a lot of that is exactly what this is. It's us having a fun little conversation, poking the bear a little bit, getting people worked up, so that you guys engage with us and share your stories and share your comments, and that's like the best part. That's the fun stuff. So it's not like I ripped. I wasn't bashing women. That's not it at all. Just throwing out some fun stuff, some things that kind of, when you look at it, makes sense. And there's a lot of guys out there that would agree. that if you've got a single and beautiful woman, chances are she's crazy, and there's a reason that she's single. Just fun
Well,
stuff.
and I asked Chris, I said, so you're single, so are you ugly or are you crazy? And he said,
I'm a. What did I say?
you
Mm.
said you're crazy. So I think
I'm the unicorn, baby.
you are
I'm
not
just.
the unicorn.
I choose to be single because I don't know. I don't know, but hey, Sue, good morning to you. So, what did we end up coming up with a triangle for us
Well,
guys?
I'm going to tell you that I had some interesting conversations with some different people, and one of my friends really was like, "Here's the women's triangle." She's like, "If they're they can either be okay, it would be single, good looking, or broke." She's like, "If they're single and good looking, they're likely broke."
Okay, right. So there's that.
She's like, from a women's perspective, she's like, if they're single and have money, she's like, sometimes it's just like, like it's just not there. Or if they're like good looking and have a ton of money, likely they're taken. They've got a significant other.
I think they call those type of women gold diggers, don't they?
That this was a friend of mine. This isn't necessarily my opinion. But the other thing
Just
she
saying.
said, she goes, here's the other thing that the other two factors is she's like, they should have a tuxedo and know how to wear it, and they should have a chainsaw and know how to use it. She's like, a man needs to know how to dress up and play the part and go out and do the things, but he's got to be able to go out in the backyard and chop that tree down.
Interesting.
Right?
So so it has to be a full-blown tuxedo. Come on, not every guy's got a tuxedo. Can we just say suit?
Sure.
Okay, then I've got both of those things, and I know how to wear and use.
You have a chainsaw?
Girlfriend, I got 3 chainsaws.
Oh.
Yeah.
So maybe you should do a dating profile picture in a tuxedo.
Holding a chainsaw? That's what I'm wearing on Friday. I'm putting on this suit Friday, and I'm coming in here with a chainsaw. That's funny. That's a great idea.
I actually think that's a fabulous idea.
Okay, let's do that. Yep, let's put that down here. Note to self: fire up the chainsaw.
Fire up the chainsaw.
Heck yeah, I got chainsaws. See, I told you I do this all the time, that I'm this pretty boy that doesn't get dirty, and that they can't imagine me running a chainsaw. I hear that so often.
Yeah, but don't
over
you
the
have
years.
I feel like I saw a picture of you or a video of you like cutting a tree down.
Yeah, yeah. I cut trees down. I can cut trees
You can
down. I've
put
got a
that in
couple
your
of
you
videos.
can put that in your dating profile too. Like
Chopping
I
down a tree.
I cut cheese down or cheese.
Jeez.
I cut trees down, and yeah,
Mhm.
you could have all those things. The other thing that was, a lot of comments that were coming in was about the creepy dudes that like send you messages and through Facebook and whatnot. And it was actually it was a really interesting it was a really interesting conversations with a bunch of different people because like I would say a majority of the women are like, I think it's super ingenuine to get a message completely out of the blue, just complimenting you. And they said it just feels like super creepy. And I was like, that's what I was trying to say. But yet, like I had another girlfriend and she's like, but if someone came up to me and was just like, hey, I just wanted to tell you, like, your smile is gorgeous and it was in person. She's like, I would be flattered. And I said, well, what's the difference? Like, what's the difference between someone saying it to you on social media and someone saying it to you in person? And she's like, it's the energy between the people. It feels genuine. You know, when I get she's like, if I got a message like that, I would have been like, is he hacked? Did he get hacked? Like, we've been so socially programmed with the way that things are happening on social media that, you know, we get messages like this or we get things that come up like this and we just don't believe that that's even the person on the other end. I mean, have you ever gotten a message from one of your friends and it's like just like kind of odd, like it doesn't make sense, and then you're like, hey, I think you were hacked. So I think that's like, I think there's just different energy when you're in person versus just getting a random message online. And then another person commented, I'm not naming names because I don't want to
No,
incriminate.
while you're talking, I'm just going to step off this side and grab my coffee. So keep talking.
Okay.
I can hear you.
So another person said, you know what? If he's expecting a message back, like, I didn't ask for this message. So I don't owe anybody anything. Just because you chose to message me doesn't mean that I have to like return your call. So or return your message. And so that expectation is, you know, and I think your disappointment from that, I think is just maybe a sign of like a culture, uh, you know, just culturally what's happening when you're getting these messages and stuff on social, and how that's looking and feeling. So, um, but
Yeah,
I
but
think,
I feel like, go ahead. Go ahead.
well, I guess my point is that I think it all comes down to like trying to have authentic conversations. So while I think women genuinely appreciate comments, the way in which it's delivered has to feel super authentic. And I don't know, you know, I think that been deprogrammed from all of these little scammers that are out there on, you know, on social media to not feel that these things are genuine. But I do think it's different when someone does it to you in person.
You're absolutely right on so many things that you just said. But the thing is that okay, so we have to work at it. You have to be open. You have to change your views on things a little bit. And at the end of the day, if you're not interested in talking, then don't accept friend requests. Like, if you're a friend, I should be able to say hi to you and there should be a response. If you don't want to respond, if it's so weird that you just can't say, you know what, hi, thank you, or piss off, I'm not interested. Even like just saying something, it's ignoring. It's the flat out no response because you can see that they've seen the message. The little marker says, hey, it's red. Just say something. It's the ignoring part that's like, you know what, piss off. You know what, if you can't take a hot second, I just took 30 seconds to send you a message. If you can't take 5 to say thanks, have a great day, or piss off, I'm not interested. If that's what you think is happening, that's the part that gets me. That's the part that gets me all fired up.
And I think you need to go over it.
I need to get over it. I
Yeah,
am over it.
I think you need
All right.
to. I think you need to get over it. I I don't think, you know, the other thing too is depending on how people are actually like when they're looking at their social media, they might have read it and then not got back to it for a couple days. And then it gets buried with a bunch of other stuff. So,
What I hear are excuses.
oh, I knew
Okay.
that was coming. I knew
What
you were
I'm
going to say that.
hearing are excuses. I'm asking for something simple, just a respect thing. If you can't respond, then unfriend me. Then I know that you're really
Did
not
you
interested.
unfriend? Why don't you unfriend them?
Well, truthfully, I want them to see this stuff first. I want them to go, oh God, was he talking about me?
I hope
Yeah, I'm
that
talking
I
about
hope
you
I
and
hope
you.
I hope whoever you sent this message to, because even though you say it didn't actually happen, I really think that it did, and you're just covering it up. But I hope that she.
Oh, it did. It
Oh,
happened.
oh, it
This I
did.
sent. Yeah, no, I've sent messages out. You make a new friend. So the Facebook suggesting that you might know somebody.
Mhm.
That person's got, you share several friends, so Facebook will come through and say, hey, you might know this person. You're like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I do. Maybe I met them somewhere. You friend them, and then they accept the request. You're like, hey, all right. And then you say hello. Just like, so the last one was they posted a picture of themselves. Clearly, it was a beautiful picture. They put effort into their makeup. Their smile was great, and it's just, hey, that beautiful smile. You have an amazing smile. I hope you have a great day. Nothing. Crickets. And then it's, I apologize. I hope you don't take offense to what I said. It was just a compliment, just a simple compliment. I'll leave you alone. And
Did
that,
you
and
send that?
yeah, yeah,
You did. And still
I was
nothing?
pissed.
And
Still
still
nothing.
nothing?
Still nothing.
You are
Hasta la
in a
pasta.
you are in the random creepy guy category.
Oh, hello.
RCG.
Whatever. Whatever. Just because I'm ballsy and I'm not afraid to just shoot a message out. I'm fishing. You can't catch a fish if you don't throw your line in the water, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can't. I that's pure. That's it. What you can't. So a guy throws it out there, and gets no reaction. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just ballsy. I'm brave. I'm not. I've got a little. I got a little confidence in myself, and at the end of the day, there's no harm in it. I'm not. A bad guy. And it's in like, and again, it's if you do it in public, if you do it face to face, I get the energy part, and I get what your friend said, and that kind of makes sense. I mean, it's there is that energy, that the whatever the maybe the pheromones are in the air, that kind of thing, and you can't get that online, but still, I think it's just a world where, all right, I mean, this person, I'm not doing this. I'm not talking to. I mean, if it says they're in a relationship, or it's complicated, or there's pictures of guys all over their site, I'm not doing it there. It's, oh, hey, they happen to be single. I'll throw them a compliment. I'm not trying to start anything. I'm not trying to be a bad guy. See, this is very frustrating. But I'm
Oh.
glad that we're talking. Oh,
So,
thanks,
okay,
Alicia. I'm the random creepy guy.
I love that. Um, I think that Pam said on here that she's willing to bet that every woman on Facebook has received creepy messages from some guy claiming to be a doctor, military, or whatever. Those creepy guys have ruined it for guys like
Mm,
you. And it's true. It is true. And it happens a lot. Like it's it's like it's constant, and it's bizarre. They're stealing like profile pictures, and they come in and do it. So like that's what I'm talking about. Like it kind of desensitizes
what?
you. Oh yeah.
Really? Okay, I don't know. I have not ever heard about that. I don't do that, so I don't know anything about this. You're
Right.
for real? Guys will come on and claim that they're doctors, or
Oh yeah. Like, or they'll be like, I'm retired military, and they're like all like prestigious looking, and their name will be like um Christian Smith, or like, Bob Scott, and just like real plain names. And it's just you can just tell immediately, like, and then all of their pictures, you go and look at their profile, like all their pictures will be uploaded on the same day, and it'll be like it's like you can just tell that they're fake profiles. So like but it happens a lot, and I think that there's some women that fall for this, and at the end of the day they end up trying to scam you for money, is what like I've heard of it before. I know somebody that literally fell in a trap like this, and found out that she was talking to like some Nigerian boy. Like it was,
oh, see, yeah.
and it was, it was yeah. I I
Well,
so I think the problem really is that our culture is not the way that it, like it's our culture has shifted. So we do see a lot of things that are happening online, like us right now, like we're chatting with everyone online, right? But we become desensitized to our experiences that we have. So when we've got these people that are taking advantage of, and it feels ingenuine, it sends up some of those random creepy guy flags. And I think it's you're and then you watch like those catfish shows, and you see all of that, like that catfish stuff. Actually, I was talking with one of my friends, and she was like, "Do you remember when I got catfish?" And so she went on a date. I don't remember I don't remember what platform she was on, but she went and met this guy for lunch, and here he was like 65. She was like, what is going on? And he's like, well, he tried to explain himself why he was why he used a different person's profile picture and everything. She's like, it was the creepiest thing I've ever went through. And he was trying to say, well, we had a good connection. But I think that there's just so many of those weird things that are out there with that are happening, that women just they just that online stuff. I just don't think it's what people want.
Well, that's too bad. That's the world that we live in now. It's not about what you want. I mean, you can't have your cake and eat it too. That's how it is. And I get the fake profiles and stuff. I get them all the time. And all it takes is literally 15 seconds to look at the profile. And like you said, just look at the pictures.
I
Was this
agree.
profile created yesterday? It doesn't take that much. I mean,
So
seriously, if you fall for the Nigerian prince thing, like,
no,
sorry, I'm sorry. You're definitely not a person I'm going to be interested in to begin with. All
right.
right. Like, come on. You got to be able to cover yourself a little bit, put a little effort into it. We're not looking for like a lifetime investment here. It's, you can't compare what I'm doing. I mean, because especially if you're my friend, just look at my page. I have thousands of pictures, thousands of posts. There's video of me, and go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I think that's like your public service announcement is if you get a flattering message from Chris Carson, just look at his profile. You're going to see that he's real and that he's genuine. And you can come back and look at, February 21st podcast for New Morning Living Now. And he's going to let you know that.
All right. Stop it. Now you're just bashing on me.
I am not bashing on you. I do think that you are a minority in the sea of online messages.
I'm the minority, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
the rare
I think
fish.
you can definitely see that. I mean, it happens to everybody. So it's
it's frustrating. It is super frustrating.
I think you should just change your approach a little bit. And
I'm gonna go back to picking up women in the diaper aisle at Target. That's what I'm gonna do.
The diaper hair. So you want a single mom?
So, well, I'm in the age bracket where it's kind of hard to find a woman without children. So that's just part of the mix now. It's part of the equation.
You really want diapers?
And so I was just being, whatever that word is,
facetious.
Facetious. But I mean, I did actually meet somebody. I did date somebody a long time ago, for quite a while, that I had met in the diaper aisle. Yeah, I did. She was shopping in the diaper aisle. I happened to be walking by, and I was like, oh, so I take a step back. I'm like, I got nothing to lose by saying hello and dropping a compliment and just doing the whole, the drive-by compliment. I want
to go shopping with you, and I want to like watch you in action.
No, I don't think so.
That would be fun. That'd be more fun than this.
No, I don't think we're gonna do that. Although that might be fun, actually. Yeah, think about that. That might be good times.
I don't know.
I just think that it's one of the things that everybody has to put effort into it a little bit, and if you want to be single, you don't want to be bothered. It's just at the end of the day, it's just a response. Even if it's a negative response, even if it's not the response I want to hear, I just want a response because the being ignored part is the worst.
Maybe
I
Facebook
absolutely hate that.
maybe Facebook needs to have a status that's called single and not willing to mingle. And then you will know, then you won't send them a message.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. Can we work on that, Facebook? And Mark Zuckerberg, can we get that on there? Please.
Single and not willing to mingle.
Leave me alone. Anything, just something on there, so that we've got this. Hey, man, she had the green flag up. It was green means go. Threw it
Yeah.
out there. Don't gotta squash me. But
Nope.
it's definitely been an interesting conversation. Brought up lots of crazy topics, and Alicia is posting some stuff here right now, sharing the conversation with us this morning. Was at Cleo's last night for a little while, winding down the crazy day that I had yesterday, and she was talking about getting into the conversation a little bit about dating and those things, and then she started sharing stories about dating because as a bartender, of course, you're going to see Tinder dates, Bumble dates, first timers meeting up at local establishments, and she's telling me some of these stories. I'm like, oh my gosh, we need to have a bit where she just comes on and the bartender stories. I don't even know, come up with some kind of name, but talk about how you have the rare couple that you know what, that looked like it was a successful little date. Like they were nice, and neither one of them walked out hammered, and there was no fighting and that kind of thing. But it seemed like that was a rarity. What she was hearing or seeing was, the guy would get up and go to the bathroom, and then the girl sitting at the bar would order another quick shot and then start bashing the guy while he's gone, or
Oh my
sending
gosh.
out text messages looking for the rescue friend to that's at the bar next door to come and save her or something like that. But
SOS.
yeah, that's, so I thought that was kind of funny. And she had so many stories, and she could just go on. So I thought like some dating topics, like nightmare dates, odd first dates. Where do you go on first dates? Where shouldn't you go on first dates? Are you one of them? Do you have an exit plan? So like those are some topics that I thought, what, we could carry on this conversation for a while, and let it grow into more. So I just thought that was exciting and fun. But yeah, I get it. And again, wasn't bashing anybody, just having a little fun. And if you're going to reach out and give me grief, go elsewhere. Because
Go elsewhere.
go elsewhere. It's a podcast. It's a thing. You don't have to be here watching. You don't have to listen to anything. Be nice. I'm not bashing anybody, because there were a couple messages that I got that were like, you know what? I think you're upset because I would never ask you out. I think that's your problem. You're a little butthurt or whatever. But don't tear into me. Don't tear into us. We're just having some fun. So
Oh, Chris.
that's that. I'll get off my soapbox now.
Your dating
So,
soapbox.
yeah. So I guess we'll see how that goes. So what have you got? You got any big plans for your day today?
I actually have a busy day. So just got some client meetings and working on some fun new training programs for my business. So I'm excited to do some launch work.
Very cool. Very cool. If you have yourself a business and need some direction when it comes to marketing and advertising and getting your plan together so that the world knows that you exist, this woman right here has got her stuff together and a great thing set up. And I don't know if I've said it, but thank you for sharing your time with me here on the show. It means a
Oh,
lot.
well, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, this has been it's been a heck of a thing so far. Hey, what let's talk quick about the boy. What happened to your boy?
Oh, I feel so bad for him. So,
Yeah.
so he's got this fancy little sports car, and he on Friday he pulled in, and I think I shared it on Friday's podcast. He pulled into the gas station and he had antifreeze leaking everywhere. So he got it to the shop, and he ended up finding out it was a water pump and not his radiator. So it wasn't like
Mm.
horribly expensive. I think he, was still like $600 or $700. So he picks it up after work yesterday at like 3 o'clock, and he coaches basketball. So he goes to to practice, and he's driving home from practice last night, and he freaking smoked a deer, and just he like did some really good damage to it. Like the passenger side door doesn't even open. Like the bumpers off, the headlights off, the side panels all jacked up. The passenger door doesn't open, and he's actually supposed to leave soon to go travel for work, and he needs a car. So I don't know what he's gonna do. So hopefully
Poor
they can.
guy.
Yeah, and it's I feel bad for him because he's just been going through some bad luck because he tore his ACL playing basketball, and he was off of work for 3 months, and he doesn't get his full he doesn't he gets his disability pay, so it's not the full disability, and he's just like, I'm just trying to get ahead, mom, and I'm like, welcome to the real world, buddy. It's good life lessons for younger kids, and it just happens. So
That's unfortunate. Yeah, and super frustrating. And he did that. I can't believe the damage that was to the front of the vehicle. I should have had that picture posted up here so we could share with it. But yeah, he definitely did some damage. But it's one of those things where you have to tell yourself, this is what could have happened and didn't.
right.
This is fixable. You can repair that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, deer. Knock on Formica. I've never hit a deer. So that's one of those things that I've not had.
I had a fawn once.
Oh.
And I got out, and I hit it, and I got out and went and looked, and it was like still had its spots on. I started crying. I'm like, please don't be dead. Please don't be dead. I felt so terrible because this poor little thing, it was like killing Bambi. This poor little thing came like out of the ditch, and I didn't see it, it just like stopped because it was startled, and I was like, oh crap, and I tried to swerve to hit it. Oh, it was so sad. I felt so bad for that little thing.
It's super sad. I actually had a similar thing with a kitten.
Oh,
Like I could almost cry thinking about it. And this was literally 6 months after I got my license. I'm driving to my grandma's. Yeah, this is the worst part. I'm driving down the road. Little guy comes out, and I mean, they're kittens. I hit him, and I run over the backside of him. Right. Yeah. And I drive down the road a little ways, and it just like was bothering me so much. I got to go check to make sure that, he's dead and he's not suffering. So I turn around and I come back like 90 seconds later, and another kitten had went out into the road, grabbed it, pulled it off to the side of the road, and then was sitting on the side of the road next to the cat that I hit.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh my God. See, like right now I'm having that feeling come back again where it was just, I felt so bad. Like I do right now. Like,
Poor
I
thing.
didn't mean to do that. It was terrible. That was definitely the worst, but I've never hit a deer, thank goodness. And the deer part is, I mean, that's scary. I've known a couple people that were, that were killed by hitting a deer, and it comes inside the vehicle and causes stuff. So, I mean, it's a serious thing.
It is, for sure.
There was one time that we were out in high school. Can't forget about this. We were out, we were smashing pumpkins. Yeah, we were out driving around. We were stealing pumpkins from a farmer's field, and we were cruising down the road, and somebody coming towards us had hit a deer, and they hit it so hard that it was like flying at us and spinning through the air. God, I haven't thought about that one in a minute either. I don't like thinking about this stuff.
That reminds me of the movie Twister when the cow goes flying through the air. Did you see they're remaking that?
I did see Twisters, right?
Twisters.
Plural. Twisters. I don't know why. I don't know if that's really a movie worthy of remake, but I don't know. I guess they feel like there's
But I feel that
barrel or something.
But I feel like people have an obsession of tornadoes. I feel like it's just people think about it, and we're getting into tornado season. So that early spring. So it's like good timing if you think about it. And it actually, I liked the movie. I mean, they actually have Twister. I don't know if it's still there, but at Universal Studios, you were able to go and see what it was like to be in a tornado. Like it
Hmm,
was on the movie set.
really?
Yeah, so it was a pretty big movie.
Huh.
Bigger
Well,
than you liked, obviously.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's tornadoes are a thing. I mean, they could throw sharks in a tornado and make movies out of it.
Sharknado.
Yeah. So whatever. Have you ever seen a tornado in person? Like,
I actually have, and my grandma. I'll find the picture and I'll post it maybe later today. Um, my grandma went out into a farmer's field when a tornado was touching down and took a picture of it and entered it in the county fair and won first prize. So she always had this picture up in her house. It was like framed with her little blue ribbon, and it's actually like terrifying. And so she has this tornado picture in there. But I think the Wizard of Oz is what just made people terrified of tornadoes.
I love the Wizard of Oz. Maybe. Maybe. I actually watched one time when I was so I grew up in Red Granite. And my father was on the fire department. And in those communities, when there's bad weather, you have the tornado spotters that'll go out. The firefighters will go out and they'll go in certain spots and in their trucks and they'll watch to see what's going on. And there was one, I forget what year it was. So I was, let's see, I think I was a freshman, maybe middle school at that point. I don't remember, but it was a while ago. The one that went through Washoe County, the Watoma area that came through there. We were in Red Granite about, I don't know, about 10 miles away, 15 miles away from it, sitting on a farm next to a barn and a house and a big silo. And you could see a long ways off. And we had these special glasses that we were looking through and watching it. And you could see this tornado, like you could see part of it like come up and then it would go back down and you wouldn't be able to see it because of like how the land was laid out, so it
Mhm.
was coming, it was going, it was coming, it was going, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And I remember my dad going, you know what, I think that's coming right at us. And I'm like, and I remember telling him, like, I was a little scared because I mean it was rain. He gets out of there, we're in a big fire truck, we're in this big tanker truck, it's got a lot of water, super heavy vehicle. So we back out of this place and we start to take off, and it's just as the front of this storm is hitting us, and that fire truck was rocking back and
Oh my
forth, and the look on my dad's face was like, "Oh my gosh, maybe we should have left a little bit sooner." But we ended up getting away from that spot, and the next day we come back and that same spot, and there's nothing there. The house, the barn, the silo, everything
God.
was like half the silo was there, but yeah, the tornado went right where we were sitting. So
Oh,
like,
I've
dang.
only I've only ever seen a funnel cloud, so I haven't seen like a full-fledged tornado, but
Yeah, it's terrifying. It's terrifying for sure. And it's like I always think about Ron White, the comedian, when he's talking about storms and how people like watching storms and chase storms
I love
and
watching
whatever.
stuff.
It's not how the wind is blowing, it's what the wind is blowing. And because I saw there was a 2x4, a board that was like shot right into the side of a house. Like it was a
Gosh.
missile at one point, went right into the side of a house. It was super scary stuff. Super scary. I do like storms though. It's
I
great
do.
sleeping weather. Open the window. Love it.
I sleep to thundering rainstorm every single night. Like on
Oh,
a
do you?
Oh yeah.
You ever listen to that? What's green noise?
I can't get into like white noise, green noise, brown noise. That just doesn't do it for me.
That's
I
all right.
either I like water, like rain, or like there's one called Babbling Brook. It's just like, kind of like a little stream, like a little brook that's just kind of going, or ocean. Like I like the calming of the water.
Gotcha.
But
You ever do one of those float light kind of things?
no, but I
Salt
want
water.
the float light.
Yeah,
I
where it's like the
I want
sound and
I'd like
whatever.
to try it. Maybe I will.
I feel like I would, because they say it's dead silent. There's no noise. You're just floating in this heavy salt water, so it's like you're on top of the water or something. But I feel like if it's that quiet, like, do I want that kind of, like what's going to be going on in my head? Like there's a lot of things. Like the distractions around me are sometimes good because my brain can go crazy places. Like if I'm in this room where there's no distractions and it's just me and my mind, that would be scary.
Yeah.
But it might be fun to try one time.
I think you should
So
try it. I think I should try it.
we'll try it sometime as we near the end here. Remember, if you're watching the replay throughout the day, drop a little comment below. Yeah, we may not be live, but throw the comment down below. Somebody's going to get themselves a gift card on Friday, and we may do 2 gift cards. That's all going to that sits on what's going on right now. 2 truths and a lie. So I'm going to put you to the test, lady. You got to pick out the lie amongst these 3 things that I'm going to throw at you. If you get if you get these correct, we'll throw out another gift card and give away 2 of them on Friday. What do you think? You like that idea?
Pressure. Okay, bring it to me.
All right, here we go. So 2 truths, 1 lie. I need you to pick out the lie. All right. Jaguars have the strongest bite of the animal kingdom, but the smallest teeth. To avoid flashing aviation lights, the Tower of Terror in Orlando is exactly 199 feet tall. And a man once wore 60 shirts and 9 pair of jeans to the airport to avoid extra fees. Which one of those is the lie?
Well, I'm going to say definitely number 3 is true because I could totally see that happening. I feel like the Tower of Terror and your 199 feet is just a lot of detailed information. So I'm going to go with the Jaguar.
Jaguar have the strongest bite of the animal kingdom, but the smallest teeth. That is indeed fiction. You are correct.
That was too
Congratulations.
easy. That was too
You
easy.
are a superstar. So we'll go ahead and we'll pick out 2 people this Friday and give away another one of those gift cards. So congratulations. Tony, good morning. Brandon's liking the attire. Thanks, buddy. Is that peach color?
Is that peach?
Is this? No, this is not.
It's salmon?
Is it coral? Is it coral? Would this be I'm going to go with salmon. Let's go with salmon for the day. The word of the day, salmon. All right, lady, that's it. We're hitting the end here. I'm out of coffee, and we both got a ton of stuff to do. So we will be back at it again on Friday. Of course, check things out with newlivingnow.com. If you need those referred professionals, we've got things set up there and building it daily, adding to it as we come across those individuals who are looking for a pro and we may not have there. Just shoot us a message, and we'll let you know who we recommend for whatever it is that you need. Have you got anything else for us today there, lady?
The only thing I have is if you've got events that you have going on, send us a message. We'll share them on our social and we'll get it on our website. So we'd love to know what's happening in Northeast Wisconsin. So send it our way.
And there's so many places across Northeast Wisconsin with so many different events that it's really hard to consolidate it and break it all down. So what we've done on our events pages, we've kind of linked you up to each area and the sites that are really going to help you find stuff to do. If you're in the Green Bay area, or if you're in the Appleton, Needham and Nash area, or if you're in the Oshkosh, Fond du Lac area, we've got those things set up for you just to make it a little bit easier. Sometimes it's hard to search through the stuff, and not everybody's the best when it comes to Googling and searching the web. So we kind of just streamline it a little bit for you. So that said, hey, you have a great day, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you here shortly.
Sounds good. Bye, everyone.
All right, have a great day. Have a great day.